Another day, another story. Dear subscribers, please feel free to leave a comment below letting us know which book summary you would like to see next. Disclaimer: the book summary provided is based on my interpretation and understanding of the book. The views and opinions expressed in the video are solely my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the author, publisher, or any affiliated parties. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and should not be considered as a substitute for reading the actual book. Author introduction. Franz Kafka was a German-language writer known for his surreal and nightmarish works, exploring themes of guilt, anxiety, and the absurdity of existence. Born in Prague to a middle-class Jewish family, Kafka worked in insurance but struggled with feelings of isolation and alienation throughout his life. Although he published only a few works during his lifetime, his posthumous recognition and acclaim made him a central figure of 20th-century literature. He died of tuberculosis at the age of 40. Summary: The Trial is a novel by Franz Kafka, published in 1925, 1 year after his death. The novel tells the story of Joseph K., a bank employee who wakes up one day to find himself arrested and accused of an unspecified crime. From then on, he is plunged into a bewildering and oppressive legal system, as he tries to defend himself against charges he does not understand, in a world that seems to be constantly conspiring against him. The novel is a parable of modern society and the dehumanizing effects of bureaucracy, as well as a meditation on the nature of guilt, justice, and freedom. It has been interpreted in many ways, ranging from a critique of totalitarianism to a metaphor for the human condition. The novel begins with Joseph K. waking up to find two men in his room, who inform him that he is under arrest. They do not tell him what he is charged with, nor do they give him any information about the legal process he is about to face. Joseph K. is initially bewildered and dismisses the arrest as a mistake, but as he begins to probe into the matter, he realizes that he is caught in a web of bureaucratic red tape and legal obfuscation. The rest of the novel follows Joseph K.'s attempts to navigate the legal system and defend himself against the charges. He meets a series of eccentric and enigmatic characters, such as the painter Titorelli, who is an expert on legal matters, and the advocate Huld, who is initially sympathetic but ultimately ineffectual. Joseph K. is frustrated by the lack of clarity and transparency in the legal system, as well as the capriciousness of the judges and lawyers. The novel is notable for its use of symbolism and surreal imagery. For example, the court is described as an impenetrable fortress, guarded by armed men and surrounded by a maze of corridors and staircases. The court is also depicted as being separate from the rest of society, with its own rules and customs. The novel is full of dreamlike sequences, such as when Joseph K. visits the court at night and witnesses a bizarre ritual involving a priest and a chorus of court officials. Throughout the novel, Joseph K. is haunted by a sense of guilt, even though he does not know what he is guilty of. He becomes increasingly paranoid and isolated, as he tries to uncover the truth about his case. He has a series of encounters with women, such as Lenny, who works for the court, and Fräulein Burstner, his neighbor, who he becomes infatuated with. These relationships are fraught with tension and ambiguity, as Joseph K. struggles to understand the motives of the women and the role they play in his case. The novel ends on an ambiguous note, with Joseph K. being led to his execution. He accepts his fate with a sense of resignation, as he realizes that his efforts to defend himself have been futile. The novel leaves open the question of whether Joseph K. was guilty of a crime or not, and whether his trial was a legitimate process or a form of state oppression. The Trial is a complex and challenging work of literature, full of ambiguity and paradox. It has been interpreted in many different ways, and its meaning and significance continue to be debated by scholars and readers alike. However, it remains a powerful and enduring meditation on the nature of justice, freedom, and the human condition. Moral. The moral of The Trial is a warning against the dehumanizing effects of oppressive bureaucracy and the importance of individual freedom and justice. Kafka's novel highlights the absurdity of a legal system that can arrest and try someone without revealing the charges, and the devastating impact it can have on a person's psyche. Today's quotes: "Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world." Roy T. Bennett. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my latest content and be part of a community that shares your interests. Thanks for watching.